Right, hey guys, how you doing? All right, so we've been pretty busy lately. We've run conduit through all the walling where we're going to be putting insulation and stuff, just so that in future if we ever need to change the wires, we can pull some through. And then we've got a little bit of insulation in that we've done. You can see that there behind me. So today what we're going to do, we're going to fill in the rest of the insulation, get all the wires through that insulation and get it all tied up, squared away, ready to put the walls up. But let me just flip the camera around and I'll show you what we've been working on with the conduit. So this is our conduit here. We've got our wires running through it. Conduit goes up into the into this beam here, all the way along, and then up that pillar. And then from the pillar, we've got a few different outlets. So we've got kitchen LED on this side here. We've got the thick tube here that comes through all the way up. That's going to be our solar. And then we've got conduit down here, one for the fridge. This one here is going to run up through the pillar, come out in this hole here to a plug point, and then all those wires all lead back down to this end here where the batteries are going to be. We're then going to run across the wall that will be the base of the bed here. We're going to run some wires across to the opposite side of the van. You can see those there. They go up through the pillars up onto the top section there. And on the top section we'll have USB ports up there, and then two reading lights along this side here with a switch for the LEDs that we're going to put along the roof here. Now, to keep the wiring as cheap and as short as possible, we're using what's called daisy chain wiring. So you have one power supply coming in, and then from there you break off into smaller sections of wire that are going to feed the LEDs. So we're going to have a total of 4 LEDs across the top here, and in total we've probably used maybe 2.5 meters worth of wiring to get all those done. I see a lot of people in their vans, they normally run a single cable for each light, and then they have loads of different switches on the side here for each light. And we're not going to do that. We're going to have one dimmer switch on here that will come through onto all 4 LEDs, so we can adjust the brightness on there. We'll have the 2 reading lights above the bed, and then on this side here in the kitchen we'll have an LED light bar just underneath the kitchen cabinets up top there. So all in all, we've probably used maybe 15 to 20 meters worth of wire, and it should be enough for everything that we need to do. Alright, so today we've got insulation going in, so I'll try and fill up all the cavities. I'm not too sure how it's going to work on the roof, because all I've done for the roof is I've got this string here, and the plan is to pack this glass fiber over the top of the strings to hold it up to the roof, and hopefully that will hold it in place. And then what we'll do, we'll come through and put the roof lining back on, which should hopefully keep it pushed up. We'll then put the battening across the front of it, and that will hopefully keep that insulation up there. Alright, so let's get to it. Alright, so we need to put insulation in to this section over here, but obviously because we're using this glass fiber stuff, we can't hold it in that position until we get the walls up. So what we're going to do, we're going to use this bit of wood with the screws in, going to mount it up onto the beam over here. I'll put another one down that end over there, and then once those two are mounted, I can pull strings from the wooden battening across that cavity, and then I can pack the insulation in behind that cavity. So that's what we're about to do now. Hopefully it works. Okay, so I've got my ropes and things tied in, got the wood screwed up against the wall. This, if you lived in Zimbabwe, this is what you'll call a chiboy job, because it's a bit of a rubbish job, but it'll do what we need it to do. Okay, so what we've got, 3 strings coming down, okay, and they just tied up onto the bodywork. We then got wood here with a screw on it, one down on that end there. I'm going to feed the insulation in from here all the way down to the end. I'll then pull this string back across and around the screw here, and when I pull it tight, it'll pull those ropes in, pushing the insulation up against the wall, but not so much that it's compressing it. So hopefully that'll hold in place while we do the rest of it.